And here we are at the entrance to Anne Hathaway's cottage, the wife of William Shakespeare. This is the actual cottage. Thatched roof.
Can you believe we can't get
rock,
into this?
And bricks.
That's the one thing I've always wanted.
Okay. Notice 3 chimneys, thatched roof, and garden.
Whoop, I'm sorry.
Thank you very much. All right. Sunflowers. Got to pick up the sunflowers.
The rain flowers.
No, these are the sunflowers.
Not sunny today.
Ah, yes, but if you knew my oldest daughter who loves sunflowers, you wouldn't say that. Ah, yes, there we go. Okay, and now...
You want me to run over there and get in a picture? Say hi.
Yeah, Tom. No, I want you to run back to the vault. I don't want you to be late again. I can't stand that song. And with this final shot, I'm going to leave Anne Hathaway's cottage and William Shakespeare right up. Okay, we're at Stratford-on-the-Avon on the 15th of September. And now we're making our stop at Worcester at the Royal Porcelain Works. Where we have all the royal glass and porcelain. Also here they have the Dyson Perrin Museum. Entryway into the porcelain works. This is this Friday, a wet and cloudy day. Here we are, standing in the entryway of the Worcester Cathedral. Here's a wide-angle view of the front of the Worcester Cathedral. Direct view of the front and the steeple of the cathedral. Here's one final shot. Of the cathedral. You hear the chimes. It's chiming 11 o'clock. Okay, we're visiting the Iron Bridge outside of Telford. Okay, this bridge was built in 1779, called the Iron Bridge, because it's made out of iron, first one in the world. And it crosses the Severn River. Storefronts at Iron Bridge. This is the post office. Post office. The Iron Bridge Craft. Good shot.
Because it always is cute. It always, yeah, goes crooked. Yeah. For one thing, you point like you're always holding out things.
And here's a gnome shot for the little people. Ah, bring it in. The little people. And this is my my farewell to Iron Bridge. This is the English Methodist Church in Llangollen, Wales. Church on a little street. And here we have the River Dee, the city of Llangollen, in Wales. Tapping water down there from the rocks. Over here on the side, the River Dee, looking up, and over here on the right, we have an old-fashioned black there's a local run. Here we are at Ruthven Castle. Staying here on the night of the 15th and the night of the 16th. Entryway. Inside view. Looking along the side of the castle. Extension goes out and back over on the side. This is the Rose Garden.
This is where the peacocks are.
Yeah. Peacocks are.
In the dungeon.
Yeah, the battlements and the dungeon.
There's peacocks up on the wall, Daddy.
Yeah, there's the peacock up on the wall. Sitting on the wall, a live peacock. Looking down. Down from the wall. Stairs going down. The lower level.
Here's the dungeon.
Where's the dungeon? Okay, that's the dungeon located over there.
Here comes the peacock at you.
With the steps going down and the dark hole. Bridge going over and down. What? On each live peacock walking by. And then more roses along the wall.
Those are hydrangeas on the wall.
Oh, those are hydrangeas along the wall? Okay. And then there's the battlements.
And the clock.
I can't see the clock for the tree branches.
Okay.
And up this turret on the top of the battlement is a clock saying we have 7 minutes before the bus departs. That's above the battlements. And with this, the blue peacocks, I make my clothes. There's Lucille! Got you, Lucille! Got you in Chester.
Fred?
Where are we from?
A Roman soldier?
They all from Chicago, yeah?
This is Chester.
St. Louis.
Here we are in the Roman ruins in Chester, just across the border from North Wales. And here we have some more columns. Oops, excuse me, Joe. This was the ruins of a Roman villa, showing how they raised the floor up on pillars so that they could put hot coals underneath and thereby heat the villa, making it warm and comfortable while they're drinking their wine and having a good time. Betty and Myrna there standing talking about the villa ruins. This is all in the walled city of Chester. Medieval walls surround the city.
See, it's the wall there, look, it's pressed on it. And remember that you go under that wall,
Okay.
and it's further down there on the right, opposite Habitat, that they hope will be an 11
Here's a
Are you
little,
alright so far? Right, as we walk up
little reminder of where we're at.
we will pass the post office
This, of
on
course,
the left. So keep coming
is the Roman amphitheater.
I want to take you up to an area where you will see a clock over the wall, which was put up between Victorian Jubilee. And it's at that point, if you want to, you can get up onto the wall, stand under the
John
clock, get a
Street.
good view.
Come back around to the gate, going into the walled city of Chester.
Preston, the American Express. Alright?
And here we have the Wesley Methodist Church, founded by John Wesley. In Chester. This morning I'm too excited to come back south after we went north. This is the clock tower.
Victorian Jubilee.
This is Queen Victoria's Jubilee. And it's in the center of Chester. This is the main Strasse. Shouldn't be talking German. This is not Strasse. This is the main street of Chester, with all the shops on either side. This is called Road Street South. It's a
Shopping mall, really.
yeah, it's just continuous little stores all the way up and down. Okay, my battery, I hear you sounding, baby. Okay, the battery's been replaced. The last place we left you was down the road, Road Street South. Shot of the Wesley Methodist Church in Chester.
It was first erected in 1811.
Erected in 1811.
And then refurbished in 1906.
1906 to its present condition. There's the entryway. This is the remains of a Roman fortress here. Back off here. And this is in Chester. Just entered Carnarvon. And this is the balcony which Prince Charles came out after he was coronated as the Prince of Wales.
Yes, he was vested, honey.
What?
Vested, not coronated.
Okay, vested, whatever. The castle. Here we are. Boats. Off the Irish Sea. Nice little view of the castle walls with the street going through. You're going to grab a 5G? Side street. Carnarvon. Back around over the castle. Here we have the entrance to the castle. You know that,
There on the top or whatever.
yeah, this one, the circular wall entering in here, going by the front gate of the castle. The view. Postcard up here in Wales, heading back down to where the boats are. The castle gift shop and a boat. And here's just a candid scenery shot of the river and canal here, and the boats setting at anchor off here in this marina at Cardiff. This is the lobby of the Ruthven Castle Hotel. And here we are departing Sunday morning from the Castle Ruthven. And this is a party picture of the room in which we stayed at the Ruthven Castle as we departed on Sunday morning.
Into yourself, Tom.
I'm taking a picture. This is Grasmere in the Lakes District, right near Windermere Lake. This is where Beatrice Potter put all the Peter Rabbit stuff. This is the little town of Grasmere. In the Crichton. Right there in that gingerbread, huh? It says, this is where Wordsworth, the poet's gravesite is. This is where he died. This is the little town in which he lived. The town in which he lived was just down the road towards Windermere Lake. This is the gravesite of William Wordsworth.
Well, it was a big family of brothers and sisters.
These are the gravesites of his 5 children. Okay. Yeah, here's the plaque.
Take a picture of me, are you there? Oh, wait a minute, honey. They got 2 markers. 1885.
This is the rear view of St. Oswald's Church in Grasmere. And here we are at the front of the church of St. Oswald. Everything has a clock in the entranceway. This is the lady that wrote the Peter Rabbit children's books. Here goes Lucille, a couple from South Carolina. Lucille taking a picture.
What's going
Here we are making a stop in Scotland, our first stop. It's at the Moffat Woolen Mill in the town of Moffat in southern Scotland. A view of the shores of Loch Lomond, just north of Glasgow. I'm going up higher and get a better view shot of the lake. Here we are standing. Sundial. High top. Looking out over Loch Lomond. See the mountains in the background and the lake. The lake is 24 miles long, 600 feet deep. The bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond. And that's where we are today on Monday. As you can see, the lake extends down between the hills all the way down. This is a little roadway bridge over Bay Creek, mouth of Bay Creek, as it flows into Loch Lomond.
Here we can see the tops of the mountains, which is great because so many times I've been down here we can't, see because of the mist. But Glencoe is also known as the Valley of Weeping because it was here in February in 1692 that the Campbells massacred the MacDonalds. Now, as I explained to you before, the MacDonalds had opened up their homes to the Campbells because of...
This is called Glencoe, the Valley of the Weeping. This should give you an idea of just how deep this Glencoe Valley is. It's quite a ways down there, and all these are hiking paths. Local people hike. There's some up there on the side of the mountain now, hiking. They hike up all along through here. Hiking. Mountain hiking. One last shot going down the valley. That's the water down there. Down in the valley so low. Glencoe. So these hikers here getting ready to go, and they're going to climb up through there, and they're going to hike up to this peak right here. What a wild walk. Up from the bus, rocks, sending all the way down in the valley so low. Here we're taking a coffee break stop on our way to the Isle. And the White House and Information Bureau.
Yeah.
The Mountain River rolling down through. I can't see nothing good though.
No, but
Looking
you
right
can...
into the sun, honey.
You can get the sound of that river, though.
Yeah. This picture, wax begonias, beautiful yellow color with the blue and the white spirea and everything around there, looking good. This is in front of the bathrooms. A picture of the Nevis Mountains. We're coming up on the, this is a statue of the British Commandos, part of their armed forces that do special work, overlooking this valley. This is where they train up here in the Kinmoney Mountains. Their training base here. Final shot. Of the Commando Monument. Here we are overlooking Loch Garry. We do have some salmon farms down there, which there's salmon farming, growing salmon. And here we go. And there, end of Loch Garry. Or Lake Garry ends up down there. The hills down that way. We're standing on a rise in Scotland, overlooking these lake areas. On our way to Loch Ness. And it's still looking at the Loch Garry Valley.
Yeah, and then they, you know, it attracted seals and different type of.
Here's a view of the Isle of Skye, the village. And here is the ferry boat unloading the passengers and vehicles. The Isle of Skye. On the Kyle of Locash in Scotland on Monday. Here's a picture of the ferry boat that we're going to take to go across to the Isle of Skye and visit the village of Skye. And here Isle of Locash. This is the Kyle estuary where the water comes in around the house. And back, this ferry boat. We'll be going across there to the isle. Here we have the bridge in Scotland over to the Isle of Skye. That built completed, but not yet here. They're putting the ferry boats out of business.
No, and they don't have the rope over there yet either. Anyway, yeah.
All on the road, just road back.
There we
On behalf of Caledonian Express, thank you for your attention, and we hope that you enjoy the conference.
And here we have a ruin of a castle here on the island of Skye. Just the ruins are left. Everything else is gone. This is just a nice scene from the Clandonald Center on the Isle of Skye in Scotland. The Clandonald Visitor Center, ruins of an old castle and grounds. This is a wide-angle shot of the ruins of the Clan MacDonald. This is the ruins of the castle which they ruled this area on the island of Skye. That's all that's left of it now. Hollowed out shell with no roof. This is the green of the gardens. They extend around. Extremely green. Even though this is September. The grounds extend well back up in the woods with walkways going up, flowering bushes. Amazing. Been here for thousands of years. Now's the time to say farewell to the Clan Donald Fair.
It's beautiful.
And the view of the Isle of Skye. And there she is. In Scotland. And this is Dorney Castle on the road to Inverness. Clan Dorney. And this is the highway bridge. We're heading out towards Inverness. And the highway. This is still the North Sea estuary from the castle, Dorney. And this is the view of the scenery and terrain looking down to the valley. Valley of the Locks. Alright. And with that I'll close. Here we have the Urquhart Castle ruins. We're setting on Loch Ness. Loch Ness. Yeah. 5 miles wide, 24 miles long, 900 feet deep. Last view of Urquhart Castle, which sits in the Loch Ness. But no monster sightings today. And here we are at the Glenlivet, Scotland Malt Whiskey Distillery. They make Scotch whiskey here. We went inside the center over here, had a taste of the whiskey, a video. Here are the storage areas where they store the whiskey in barrels, oak barrels, for 12 years before they can sell it. And you can see up there in the background, field of sheep.
Show how far their money stretched out.
Oh, I see.
Old warehouses,
What they, one
and
time.
parts of the distillery. Distillery parking lot. And there's Lucille.
The impact.
Right there.
Oh, yeah.
This all closed the distillery. Then it's turned, we're in the Spey Valley, Spey River Valley, just outside of Inverness. And here we have Craddy Church. This is a church near Balmoral Castle.
Oh no.
I'm all done.
That's all right.
Well done. Well done.
This is the Craddy Parish Church.
Take a picture of Ashley and my wife and he lost his wife. No, she'll be back. Just stay there.
Stained glass window. Going in. Entrance is here. This is a view of the cemetery looking out from the Craddy Church. And off in the distance, see the homes. Nice view.
To see the pyramid up on top of the hill.
Yeah, that was the pyramid in honor of Prince Albert,
Uh-huh.
husband of Queen Victoria, longest reigning monarch of England. This is a monument to him. This is Braemar Castle. And this is the little town of Braemar. And this is the gallery and police station. As we look along the road, houses, mostly stone and construction. And of course a church, and a gallery and restaurant. Town of Braemar in Scotland on Tuesday.
North Sea?
Yeah, probably is. Yeah, I'm not sure the North Sea. This is the British Golf Museum here at St. Andrews, Scotland. We're standing at the clubhouse, St. Andrews Golf Course, the oldest golf course in England, St. Andrews, England. This is a view beside the Golf Museum at St. Andrews. The water and the beach. Swinging around here, we have a picture of the clubhouse. This is the old clubhouse at St. Andrews Golf Course in Scotland. Only men are allowed in this clubhouse. Okay. Here's a shot of the fairway at St. Andrews, Scotland. Good long drive. Okay, this is the Old Course Starter House from St. Andrews. Here's a view of the clubhouse. This is the building housing British Golf Museum. Museum of Golf. Started here 500 years ago. Here we are, Oceanside again. Atlantic Ocean. Over here. See all those walking paths. houses. These are some of the houses facing on the ocean side and then St. Andrews. Looking back across the green at some of the houses facing on St. Andrews Golf Course. Hotels, houses, and back around to the beachfront here at St. Andrews. This is a view from Edinburgh Castle, looking at Edinburgh City. This is a new city, Edinburgh. This is the headquarters for the Scottish Division here at this castle, Edinburgh Castle. This is Edinburgh Castle, built in 1625. This is a shot of the inner square of the castle. This memorial over here is to the military Scots who fell in the First World War on. Old Scottish regiments. They built this here. They're going in to see the crown jewels, which we just saw. Here at Crown Scotland. This is the stained glass window in the great hall of Edinburgh Castle. This is the medieval weapons room. All these medieval arms, swords, spears. And here's a tiny little mortar used in medieval times as we stand here in the Great Hall of Edinburgh Castle. And here we're leaving the Great Hall, which was built in these years by King James IV. And here we have a plaque on the castle wall commemorating Mary, Queen of Scots' birth of her only child here in this castle. And over here is a plaque commemorating Queen Elizabeth II, 1993, visit here to Edinburgh Castle.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, just another 3 more minutes of
here
the thing.
as we shoot this
Building
Edinburgh
the
Castle.
mountain Christmas.
And this is the royal palace that you've been seeing with the flag. Elizabeth II, Mary, Queen of Scots. Here we are at Half Moon Battery, showing the cannon sitting on the battlements along the top of the wall in Edinburgh Castle. And here we are, an outside look at the War Memorial that we just visited, showing the memory to all the Scots fallen in World War I. There is the British flag flying over the castle of Edinburgh. Okay, with that, we leave the War Memorial. This is a panoramic view of Edinburgh, Scotland, standing on the top of the parapet of Edinburgh Castle. Extends all the way around.
Here's the dog.
Okay. And here is a dog cemetery where the regiment dogs of the Scottish regiments are buried here in this castle, right here. Okay, here we have the museums, the Royal Museums of Scotland. Here, the Royal Gallery, and here's the second Royal Gallery. And off here on these hilltops, way off on these hilltops, statues that looks like Roman columns, and then there's a huge black monument here among the universities. These are all universities in Edinburgh, Scotland. The medical schools down there, the hospital, all down in there. And up there is a monument to something as far out as I can go from this castle wall here in Edinburgh. Here we are, Portugal.
Oh, sorry. You over there. You just minded me.
You can have some very strange faces in that.
Hey, take my picture.
My drinking buddy.
Leaving Edinburgh Castle. Here we are at the gatehouse of Edinburgh Castle. And the Scottish Guards at the castle. Yeah, there's Big Mama. Here's the entrance to Edinburgh Castle. There's the other guard posted over here. The Sergeant of the Guard. Standing guard over Edinburgh Castle. Here we are inside the Holyrood Palace of Queen Mary, Queen of Scots, and Queen Elizabeth. We're heading in the entrance. And there's Big Mama entering in. Entrance to Holyrood Castle. This is the grass court area in the center of Holyrood Castle. Here we have the ruins of the Holyrood Abbey.
Yeah.
Here comes Tom III.
And a picture of the ruins.
Of the ruins.
Yeah, but don't blame it on me.
He's playing.
These are the ruins of the Holyrood Abbey. And we are at Holyrood Castle in Edinburgh, Scotland. This is some of the grounds and gardens of the castle. Holyrood, meaning Holy Cross. On the shot, the entryway. Crags up there above. Here we have a statue of Edward, King of England, Emperor of India, and head of the Here's remembered by his Scottish subjects. Looks very German to me.
That's true.
Okay, this is the statue. Entrance to Holyrood. And here we are about to depart. And here we are at Abbotsford, home of Sir Walter Scott, in the border area of Scotland, just before going back into England. Yep. Yeah, wasn't that nice? That's nice.
He must have felt
Hey,
sorry
that
for
is
him.
a good die. This
must have
is
really
Sir Walter
felt sorry
Scott's house, and
God.
this house was given to him from his creditors because he went bankrupt. This is the terrace of Sir Walter Scott's house here at Abbotsford, looking out over the river. The wall around the house. And this is his windows, this dining room where he looked out. And here's the gardens by the entranceway. That was Peter walking around. Statue. Walter Scott, who wrote poems and stories. And this is his front gardens going in the entrance. Here's the blue and white flag of the Lowlands on the tower. This is Sir Walter Scott's house. Blooming roses, climbing up the wall, roses all along the wall. Lots and lots of roses, red roses, all along the wall. These are the remains of Hadrian's Wall. He's the Roman who came up here and built rock. This is all that's left of it. Supposedly 9 feet tall and wide, enough for chariots to pass on top. Here's where we're standing in front of the Minter in York. The entrance over there. Work going on, of course. Minter. This is what we see inside of the Minter. Windows. Stained glass windows. Stained glass window looking over the entrance. Here we have the high altar in the church. And in the background, the organ. And here we have a picture of the high altar with the nave and the beautiful pipe organ. This one's got to go back a long, long ways. Big Mama said that she wants to see it. It's really, really high. Stained glass windows. Fabulously high. Fabulously colored. With press. Beautiful, beautiful stained glass windows. Here we have the York Minster, which is a beautiful cathedral we're in York. to the saints of the name. And here we are shooting. This is just outside another entrance. The beautiful stained glass windows. And another architect's bush. Here we have an entryway. And at the end, we have the it's a huge church. This is the choir loft of the Memphis Church. There's a rear shot of the pipe organ. Large choir, no doubt. Old Testament panels. Windows. There's a small altar. Back of services. It's barren and barren. Right here. Look interesting. And then the chapel. I'm going to take a shot. This is a restaurant of Jaffa Falls. He's the fellow who planted the bomb and tried to kill the Duke of England. And this is for this very fact. This is the street on which the guy is.
They're going to pull these out now. They're waiting for you.
Here we have a monument, a memorial to the soldiers here in York. Church chimes you hear are coming from the midst of and they're ringing the 4 o'clock chime. Because it is 4 o'clock here on Thursday. Final wide angle shot of the midget. Hello, here we go. River in York. There's Edmund Steele, Betty and Kate standing on the bridge over the York River. There's the York River flowing on the other side of the bridge. Okay, this is the walkway going up to the River York. The walkway around the city. And here we have a little green area, park, right by the bus stop. With orange flowers, purple flowers, white flowers, and small flower beds being made. Traffic is outrageous here. Buses, cars, everywhere. It is wild. And with the flowers, I'm going to end this segment in York.
Yes, you are.
Rows of gardens. Entryway, Belmont Castle. All the old guns. Talks about the guns and weapons. Here's the case for Rich Chapman.
about the ingredients. We don't wait for results.
Typical Chinese restaurant. And more China. This Duke who still lives here. Lots of China. This is the Duke of Rutland's castle that we're seeing here today. Here we are back in the gun room. This trophy. More guns. Water buffalo. Big horn sheep.
They're in the
Lord Huntersburg. This is Huntersburg. Yeah, bus. First Lady Huntersburg. And here we have an antique carriage. Obviously, here are one horse, or some are gold and some are silver. Pictorial view of the Huntersburg. Here's the number. Along here. There's another covered with pictures. As you can see behind it. Castle. Picture of the castle. Closed. This. Waistcoats. Marquee family. Costumes worn. The Last King's Coronation by the Duke of Gloucester and the Earl of Manchester and Lord Roger Manor by the Duke of Rutland. These are the costumes that they wore for the coronation. The last coronation. Here's a long shot of the hall and of the ceiling. So it's more like fake wood. And look at the stained glass windows with the clear glass, stained glass above clear glass. The frosted glass for the various crests. This must be the crest of the Duke of Rutland. And of course, each window has a crest. Current crest of the Duke of Rutland. Off the ceiling of this hall. Here we have more Chinese wallpaper in the bedroom. Here's Belvoir Castle. Bed.
Take my coat off.
And beside every bed is a cradle. More Chinese lacquerware. And the wallpaper. All in Chinese. It's a rocking cradle. Child's room. The wallpaper still has the bamboo on it. Bamboo and birds in this bedroom. And there's a day bed by the window. This is the kids' bedroom at Belvoir Castle. We're entering into the banquet room.
Be some water, I guess.
Lots of gold. Gilt.
The lady out there in the hallway said this was the room the men used to gamble in.
Oh, the gamble?
To gamble. Yeah,
Well, they got the tables all right for it.
there's some folding tables over there.
I assume that's for banqueting.
It says a silver
A cistern. Oh,
cistern.
this is a cistern.
So I imagine water, or I imagine punch.
Do you think maybe wine?
Well, something other.
Actually. monument room.
Did you get to see them?
Yeah, I did get a shot at it. Interesting. Very interesting. And with that, we leave this banquet room. And here we have the current Duke of Roswell. This room is the art gallery room. In the centerpiece of the art gallery room is a portrait of Henry VIII. Duke's dogs. And of course, his bed. Some gold leaf. Windows around the castle. There's water. Fish and viewers, so this is the whipping post. Picture. Sitting around the table. This is called the gold room. It's the Duke of Rutland's sitting room, all done in gold. There's another old-fashioned bedroom with the marble chamber, fireplace with a screen, large chest, and a writing table. Sitting room. This is the sitting room. With cupboards.
And the screen, the fireplace, you know what that's from.
Save the cosmetics. Room full of busts, couches and chairs. Another cabinet full of china. Standing out into a large sitting room with table. And the busts go all the way down the hall. Lights in with one fixture. Lots of gold. We're entering the library now. Many books. We just left the small library, and now we're entering into the large library. This is the main library here. I've got this thing out wide angle as it'll go. There's still a long way that far along with the ladder to get up to the higher bookcase. This is the main library. And here we have a picture of the chandeliers. This is in Belvoir Castle. Looking down the Great Hall. Who's this bust of right here?
This is James. Sorry, I beg your pardon. It's John, the fifth Duke. You've thrown me a little bit.
Duke of...
The fifth Duke of Rutland.
Okay.
We're now currently on the 10th Duke.
Okay, so
The
he's the
fifth.
fifth. Okay.
And the fifth was really responsible for building the castle as you see it today.
Oh,
They restored it after
Good
the
man.
fire.
Good man.
Very good man. There's
Yeah.
also a portrait of him just in here.
In the entryway of the chapel. This is the little chapel. These are tapestries hanging on the walls, depicting the biblical scenes. Jesus. Scenes of the no altar. There's another shelf above the entryway, showing the racks and rifles and swords in the fireplace. Swords in the spiral. And a gun on each side of the doorway. For Belvoir Castle. And here we have James first. Earl of Rutherford, Charles, Earl of Rutherford, and last but not least, Mary II. And here we are, a golden suit of armor for the Duke of Rutherford. And here we have a view of the parapet overlooking the grounds. And there we have Mary Gladys and Betty. Mary Gladys Moore.
Tom, the garden's
Oh, the garden's over there? All right.
I don't think it's from here, honey.
I can't? Gee.
Can't really get it from up here.
Okay.
And you going, hey, baby,
What?
you need to walk down to the picture of the castle. Can't get it up close.
Well, I'll walk down there in a minute.
Okay.
I want to get an overview. I want to get an overview of the garden.
Oh, yes, I want
This is a 1908 Renault. The Duke of Rutherford's antique. The ladies are polishing it still. And it's 1995. Keep it looking lovely, ladies. Very good. Thank you. I'm standing overlooking the gardens of Belvoir Castle. Roses in bloom, fountain in the middle. Have here pots of pink geraniums. Statue adorning the entrance. Here we have a statue of a pony. And here we have a good look at the rose gardens. Up close and personal. Lots of roses. Of course, little statuettes. What a boy. And here's a tired old man. statue of a tired old man. And get the Duke of Rutland. Then a statue of a pony. And here's the pony, done in granite. And there we have the outside turret. And in the background is the Belvoir Castle. And here we have a view of the castle looking up from the rose gardens. And the roadway going out away with the geranium pots. Here we are, filming at Cam River in Cambridge. And the crew filming over here at Queen's College in Cambridge.
Okay, all right, it just doesn't look
Queen's College.
as many as I thought. Okay, no problem.
This is the University Church here at Cambridge. Built in the 11th century. Cambridge Tower. Over here we have the Senate building, which is where they graduate from. This is the King College Library in Cambridge.